This log looks like it was part of some kind of structure. Has a little carving there and two iron bars sticking out and another iron. It was for something. There's quite a bit of burning material around here too. Got this board. There's no fishing material like you find on the Pacific coast. More construction. Yeah, already this is a very different experience from the Pacific coast. It may feel a little bit like Oregon or Washington, but we got dragonflies and horseflies. Oh, yeah, there's another one. Trying to attack me, but they're having difficulty. They give up easy on the beach. They don't give up so easy near my car. A person might actually find some relief from the horseflies and mosquitoes on the beach. You might actually be able to lay down and not think about anything like you can on the Pacific coast. Alright, once again, I parked too long in a spot around here and I get moths wanting to just mess with my car. It's just a ton of moths all around my car during the daytime. If it's moving, there's horseflies chasing it. If it's nighttime, there's mosquitoes trying to get in. Oh, then we got the flies. There is no shortage of bugs in Wisconsin. So the sun has made it a very incredibly hot day today. 104. But I'm not really sweating. The ceiling is way too hot to touch. All my food's really getting warmed up. But I don't feel like I need to cover the window. I'm not really sweating. As long as I got good airflow, I'm pretty good with airflow from the Great Lake. I'm pretty good. On a hot day like this, I could park right next to the Great Lake out here. It's not too busy. So it looks like 130 degrees on my car roof. Pretty hot, but I didn't put the wood on top. It feels okay inside. The WXT forecast said 3-foot waves today and then 1-foot waves tomorrow. So when you get closer to the lake, you'll get more knots. You'll get more nautical information closer to the lakes by that computer.
For this afternoon and tonight, strong northeast winds will lead to high rip current risk along Minnesota and Wisconsin Point beaches through this afternoon. There is a slight chance of thunderstorms today and tonight. Severe storms are not expected. And now the extended outlook for the period Saturday through Thursday. There is a slight chance of thunderstorms for most of the next work week. At this time, a few strong storms are possible, but widespread severe weather is not expected.
Alright, so it's getting evening time and I'm not really allowed to sleep here overnight. This sign says. Something I would do if there wasn't a sign that said that. Try to find somewhere I can nearby, get away with sleeping overnight. Alright, I was mistaken about where the library was. That's okay, I could actually stay parked where I'm at. The Port Wing Brownstone. Familiar sandstone, popular buildings. Alright. Well, it doesn't look like there's anybody at this library. Old sled for horse pulling. Fire danger low. Air painting festival. Air painting. Free admission. Oh, 1 to 4. Okay. Alright, so they've plugged some holes in the jail. Oh, it's doubled up the thickness. Hmm. 1896. Alright, I switched over, moved to, I'm in the port something, and I moved my car into some shade. I was able to find a bathroom in this building. They're not marked, the doors are unlocked. 2 bathroom doors. Library opens at 1, and I think I'll wait. I want to cook some potatoes. I'm gonna go test the water out, cook some potatoes while I wait for the library to open. No big rush. Alright, so next to the library, this is the booth, next to the jail too. It's the Booth Fisheries Office. Fish business. But yeah, it probably don't look so much like what it did back when it was an office. I got Canadians behind me here for that event, selling things. And a lot of people seem interested in this small town's little sales event. Here's a future cop riding in a police car on a spring. Another one. Oh. Alright, I'd like to get 1 dozen. So.
You can pick whatever one you want.
Alright. Oh yeah, for sure. Okay.
Yep, excellent.
Alright. Thank you.
We're going to be doing it on the day.
So, yeah, yep. Yeah,
You guys get the connection.
so that it's quite a time that the number of crowds might be left.
So this projector has a little bit of a history to it. It's very flammable because it gets too hot. It looks like they greased it down. This is so compact, I think it's probably coal. Hardly any room for wood. So this jail is 2 cells, pretty much all wood. Oh, keep cleaning supplies in here. Pretty tall ceiling. Heavy door. The original box bed. Oh, and you'd pee and poop in a pot. Ugh. So how do they get food between the doors? And this is just a town jail, so it's more of a drunk drunk tank. All right.
Hi there.
Yep. Oh, all right.
Welcome.
Yeah, so it's kind of a library.
Yep, kind of library, museum.
Hold on. How'd this moth get inside? There's so many of them. Hundreds and hundreds. And they flock to cars, I guess. Trying to, like, get inside. This moth is having a little difficult time with the suction issue. It can't move. I'm having a little difficulty being able to do anything for it, except record it. Alright, I'm in Cornucopia. I want to get to that museum before it closes at 4. Twin sisters? Man, that looks old. People just park around the displays. See, they get beat down by the snow in the winter. They're holding snow all winter. There's a lot going against them. Museum open. Alright.
When the settlement church was closed by the diocese, St. Anne's was still without a church bell. Still, the settlement closed moved to Cornucopia, where women dropped their bell tower over the hang. Everyone is welcome at each of the different churches, and everyone leaves each of these faiths with their own sense of peace.
Alright, I was experiencing a burning feeling in my chest, so I turned off the Wi-Fi on my GoPro 9, and I think I got relief. I gotta make sure I turn that Wi-Fi off if I'm gonna wear this. I gotta have it off. I think it's part of the problem. I still think that I have other problems causing chest issues, of course, but if I can eliminate the Wi-Fi burning my chest as it's, you know, resting right against me, then that's one step in the right direction. So these people are innovative and put t-shirts over the floating balls, which prevent the boats from hitting the dock. Only these people though, just for this boat. They use t-shirts, nobody else does. They freak out. I waited until it slowed down a little bit. Horn of Plenty. Okay. I got some warnings here. Waves flood surface. Okay. Foot traffic only out here. All right, Cornucopia, Wisconsin. All right, short of the Apostle Islands. I thought I saw on a map back in Cornucopia that, oh my god, the insects are horrible. They don't have that on the map. But there's maybe islands. I was planning on driving all the way to the end, but I can't apparently. Or I could take that, move that sign, but this road has gotten a lot rougher through here. These insects are horrible. I'm glad it's nice and cool so I can wear a lot of clothing for protection. Yeah, this feels hollow. It's probably just like what it's like over there. Trail, I think, goes that way. That's pretty cool. Maybe I could go over to that end and see what's underneath me here. I don't know about going further down. It is curious. All right. Mosquitoes seem to have a tendency to let up their attacks on the shoreline. So that's what makes me think that the islands are probably mosquito free. They don't want to advertise that though. That would get too popular. Yeah, this is droneable. I didn't think I'd have to walk so far. It was a heck of a walk. Okay, I was standing kind of over there. Oh yeah, big cave too. Man. I figured I would just come out here scouting, looking at it to see if it's worth droning. And yes it is. But it's a big walk. I gotta think about it, and I get a better view of this shore. Oh, I think I'll head back. You know, this trail isn't too bad for bicycling. Maybe I'll pull that out to get back here faster. So in just the time it took just to get inside my car, open the door up and close it, I had to kill 4 mosquitoes inside. So all of this coast area is really looking difficult to launch a drone from. I've got very little space. I've launched in small spaces before. I don't like it though. Maybe cut some vegetation. I don't want to do that, but yeah, there's enough vegetation to make it very difficult all down this trail. Yeah, I think there's another access from where, that's not where I'm at. This looks like a perfect launch area for my drone. Somebody made a log seat, looks fairly new, to overlook a pretty cool spot. And there's also chairs on the other side. So it's a scenic spot. There's probably, if I looked hard enough, probably be better spots to pull in. I probably came in one of the harder ways. Oh God. Mosquitoes are kind of aggressive here. Man, that's really neat. And I know I'm over a cave, standing over a cave too. For some reason, I feel safe from mosquitoes here on the coast. I think they don't like being close to all this water. I'm not getting attacked so bad. Got a bite there. This trail is covered in roots. At least it's worn enough. The roots don't look that worn. It's worn enough so you know where to go. Nobody cut their way through to make this trail completely obvious. It's got a very natural look to it. It's worn away, but not enough where they're digging up the roots. Which is a neat experience on the coast. Alright, I decided to reach this other bench from that first bench. Didn't expect to see a box that's locked with wires going up to two big solar panels. And they got, oh, cameras. Oh, I don't know, I thought there were lights at first. Looking for jumpers. Wow, this one got clawed at. Oh, no. Those are just bugs. I thought it was getting clawed at. Mobo ticks. Okay. Some kind of Wi-Fi. Solar powered Wi-Fi camera system. And then that guy is, I passed a guy and he's overlooking from there now, the other bench. I didn't expect to see anybody out here. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, what a setup there. Out in the middle of the woods. It's that popular, I guess. They can put cameras up. So it's kind of neat to me to think this is the exact spot where I had to utilize all my stretch. The exact spot I could really stretch out my gear to practically its max. It's when it's most useful for my gear. Hard to reach places like this, somewhat hard to reach. There's old people on the coast right now in some kind of walking group. But I drove up as far as I could, then bicycled as far as I could, and then took the drone along the coast. It's nice to have the equipment to, well, for photography purposes, have the right equipment for enjoying the places like this. So I beat the crowd. I beat wildernessinquiry.org, which is a bunch of old people down on the coast. I didn't really give it much thought until now. It's like, you know, maybe cars are seeing these tire reflectors as they're coming up behind me as well. They gonna sparkle a little bit. I didn't really give that much thought. I mean, it's really minor, but it, it I mean, I think cars can see even a small car like mine because it looks so weird behind it, and I got these reflectors. So in Wisconsin, you get red welts from frostbite. Early frostbite gives you red welts in the wintertime, and in the summertime, mosquitoes give you red welts. It's really bad in Wisconsin. I didn't realize. So with this closed road, looks like somebody came by and chopped trees all on the same day. They look like they're all dead from the same day, and clearly there's evidence of cuttings too. Somebody came by and just felled all kinds of trees, made sure that they intentionally made sure that they fell on the road to officially close it down. So the front window netting is just not enough to stop the mosquitoes. They they cover all the windows, like they just, and the noise, there's this motor off in the distance, some vehicle. They sound like just one long drone. I don't hear anything else but the mosquitoes. They make so much noise. They were a lot. And there were so many, they just started figuring out how to get in through the front windows with the windows down through the nets. They were figuring out how to get in. So I just rolled the front windows up all the way. I gave up killing them, and they didn't get in. So there's a way to get in through the front windows that, I mean, if it's only like a few mosquitoes at a time, they never get in. But if it's thousands and thousands, some just figure out how to get in. They push each other into the access point, which is, I mean, I don't know where the heck it is, but it's in the front windows, and I have to roll the windows up. And if it's nice and cool, if it cools off at night, it's not bad. I can deal with the front windows up. I usually want them down if it's going to be a hot night. Dealing with thousands and thousands of mosquitoes on a hot night, having to roll the windows up is no fun. So last night I was dealing with with some stomach sickness. I made it go away with magnet over the stomach. I don't know why, but I was having some weird problems last night. Just different various pains. They come and go. It's just so strange how that happens. I'm feeling fine this morning in this few minutes of just walking around. I'm up and down so much. It's really amazing to me how these hordes of thousands and thousands of mosquitoes come out only at night. And in the daytime, I get like maybe one or two that try to attack me. But they come out by the thousands and thousands, completely covering my car. And I think the way they cover my car, if I ever stepped outside, they would cover me like that. And it would just be awful. I suspected the eggs may have gotten me sick, but I'm feeling fine now. All the sickness that I experienced was in my stomach, not in my intestines. But it could still be like 3 days from now when salmonella hits. So I don't know what to think of my problem, except that it could be eggs that I bought from the farmer's market. So if I really want to keep the mosquitoes out, I can't rely on this little simple netting. This works for the daytime, but this net was keeping them out on the back. Thousands upon thousands around the car with the front windows up. None could get in. I had the window up a little bit too, but I need that kind of netting to put over the front windows. if I don't want mosquitoes, I keep the windows down for the airflow. I'm just a little nervous that maybe my stomach got sick from the water too at that well. I really am confused. It must get really busy at this Iron Bridge Trail for them to charge, what, $5? On both sides of the road. Pay to park $5. And I'm here. This library doesn't have any signs that say, library use only, and you got so much time or something. So I drink a little water and my stomach feels kind of upset. I don't think it's the water though exactly. It's an immediate effect. Like my stomach is damaged and it's having difficulty taking in anything.